What's going on, guys? Appreciate all of you that were waiting for me to go live. It was kind of spur of the moment. I was pretty certain I was going to go live here today. I just wasn't certain until about an hour ago. So that was the short notice. That was the reason for it. For those of you watching the replay, though, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications, as well as enable YouTube notifications so you get alerted and you can take part in these chats whenever we go live. So good to see everybody. We got a decent crowd right away hanging out. So first things first, I am rocking Coco Loco today. I only have 4 sprays around the neck because I don't know what the rest of the day is going to hold. So I wanted to leave my forearms available for testing and stuff like that because there's a few things I've been working on reviews for that I haven't decided what I feel like sniffing on and testing yet today. So I just put 4 sprays around the neck, 2 and 2. But for those of you that have this, you know how just beautiful and amazing this fragrance is. Featured in the coconut video today. Obviously, of course, this was going to be featured in it. See what everybody else is wearing. Climatic, good to see you. Contrell, good to see you. Robert Talbot, never heard of that, but good to see you. Boss Bottle Night, underrated, underappreciated. No one talks about that one. Bahara King, never tried it. Fragrance Fraternity's in the house, wearing light blue intense. Good stuff right there, one of my faves. Never heard of that. Coco Loco already sold out. No, so I don't know what happened. Somebody told me earlier, I think it was Eric, which we'll probably see Eric at some point. He used to play for the Panthers. It's always in here, the eCrum 52 profile. He was messaging me earlier on IG, and he had mentioned that it was out of stock. It showed out, sold out for a minute, and then it came back. I don't know what happened with Shopify earlier. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no access to the Zaharoff Shopify account or anything. So I heard this isn't the first I'm hearing it. So no, it's not sold out yet, but it is just about. We're about 90% from what I was told. Georgia's 90% sold out at this point. Latafa Sublime smells like tropical punch now and later candy. That's fair. That's fair. That's such a good release. That's such a good release. They really did a good job with that. City Rhythm St. John. So I haven't smelled it yet. I'm excited. I'm very excited. Another one that was featured in today's video. Speaking of City Rhythm, Miami Tropical Confessions. Beautiful creamy coconut. Spencer, good to see you. Famed tea fragrance, Gucci Pour Homme 2. Hermine Amber Oud Ruby Edition, Baccarat Rouge Clone. Chanel EDP, the best. And look, most people will say it's the best version. I personally feel it's the Parfum, but I'm not going to argue with you on the EDP. I mean, it's an all-time great. All-time great. It's probably the safest bet of the 3. Most people will like the EDP, you know. Explorer, great fragrance. Lemon Lime. That's a good one. That was in my shorts video from this morning. The Good Sense number 4, TJ Maxx Loose Cheapy Gold. Joel, good to see you. Zara for him red, never tried it. Eternal Oud from Latafa, a little bit of a Grand Soir kind of twist. Acqua di Gio Profumo, one of the greatest of all time as far as designers and my opinion are concerned. Hope all is well. Wearing Acqua di Gio EDP. Another good one. I wore that last week. That's good stuff. So what we got here, that is not a text message. That is just an alert. It's crazy how it's the same notification sound. So I don't know. I would never go fragrance shopping outside of the rack stores when I was in the Houston area. So you'd have to ask MrGoogle.com, something like that. I don't know. Urban Man Elixir. Ultra Zest, that's a good one. Absolute and Dior Homme Sport today. Ooh, you ordered some good ones today. Where can I buy Sublime? I saw it sold out on Fragrance Buy. I don't know where else to get. I mean, I've seen it for $70, but I would wait because it's half that at Fragrance Buy. I would wait. I would not. I would wait for it to come back in stock somewhere that's under $40 again, because that's where it's at. Royal Paradise from Nazar. Good to see you, Bria. Sorry, not sure if you mentioned it before. Is Coco Loco going to get more bottles in, or is it just done? Where it stands right now, there's no plans to refill it. There's talks. We've had the conversation on should he. It would not be right away if he was to do more. It would be a little bit of time would have to pass because it's not something you can just have in 2 weeks. You know, he would have to get more caps, more plates, more boxes, all that good stuff, get more oil, get the fillers to fill more bottles. Like it'd be a process. It'd be the whole thing. He wouldn't be starting from scratch. He's already got all the stuff like the prints and the diagrams and everything for everything. You just have to get all more of everything made basically. So it would take a little bit of time. It's not something that if he was to do it, it would even be ready in a month. So if he does end up going that route, I'm not going to sit here and act like it hasn't come up because he's selling out of them so damn fast. Let's say it's like a 50-50 shot of doing so. So I can't confirm nor deny. I can tell you that it has been discussed, though. Be transparent with you guys. Well, with Prada Luna Rosa Ocean Eau de Toilette, I still enjoy it more than the new EDP. Sean John 3 a.m. That's a goodie. I haven't worn that one in a long time. Aqua Cinziale Blue, one of the best ever. Coco Loco is not bad. I'm sure it will grow on me. Too bad it wasn't offered in 120 ml like leather tobacco. Well, the whole point was to keep the price down a little bit more. Because I guarantee you, if he would have put this in a 4-ounce bottle for $195, people would have been bitching up a storm. Because it's a fresh fragrance. But it is a fresh fragrance with some staying power. It's a powerful fresh fragrance. So you are one of the few that would have been for that. But part of the fun is all the different color caps and all the good stuff. No, the way it came out is how it should have been. But I can understand. You can always buy 2 if you want 4 ounces of it. It's having a Ross rainy day here in Detroit, so I'm rocking Encre Noir Sport. I'm a big fan of that one. Diorum 2020, good stuff. Thank you. Yeah, I wish I had a better answer for you, man. I never would hit perfumeries and stuff when I lived in the Houston area. Used to hit the rack stores, were great. There's tons of them in the Houston area. Best Cremo fragrance, probably still Spice and Black Vanilla. I haven't tried a bunch of the last releases in the last 2 years. Ooh, that's a good one. You're gonna like that Control. That's hard not to like. 2 sprays of Camera in the summer heat. Bold play, but hey, if you're enjoying it, that's all that matters. I do like Individual. It's a very good fragrance. I'm on my 2nd bottle. I hardly ever wear it now, but I used to wear it all the time to where I'm on a 2nd bottle. Marcel by Comme des Garçons, which is the most beast mode projecting fresh summer fragrance. These questions always make me giggle. There is no one most, one best. It's a collection of things because it's all subjective for how's it going to react on your skin, your setting, your situation. Not everybody's going to get beast mode performance. I have a video for that tomorrow that we're having a little bit of fun. It's literally in the thumbnail. It says, "Stop lying, bro," because I get stupid shit like that said to me all the time. Again, I think every time I get this question in a live stream, this is pretty much always going to be the default answers. Light Blue Intense, for example, from Dolce & Gabbana, Bulgari Aqua Atlantique, Versace Dylan Blue, all of the strong, fresh fragrances that I would recommend for the summer. 3 bottles of my haul received, 2 still waiting, sprayed in the air, smells really good, great selections. Top 5 high heat Manceras. I'm going to save that for a video. I'm not going to answer that here and now because I'm planning on making that video in the next week. So, sorry. I'll have a video for you very soon, though. Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum. Boz, good to see you. Found out some bad news. My Argos package hopefully will resolve soon. All I have to say is I hate FedEx. FedEx is a pain in the ass. I'm sorry to hear that, Boz. I know you've been kind of having to jump through hoops to get an order from them, man. I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's logistics is a nightmare in itself. And I'm here in the States, and it's a nightmare. So I can imagine how it is dealing internationally. I hope it gets sorted out for you, man. Nadia Parfum from Latafa. Rochas Man, good to see you, bro. Good to see you, Grant. Hit that like button. Doing my best Jared and Kyler impression. No, seriously, hit it, though. I appreciate you, man. Duck, what's going on? Rocking Born in Roma Yellow Dream. Wearing Boss Bottle Pacific. Unfortunately, that one had to be omitted from today's video because I even said in the video, some that I really enjoy had to be left out because they're just not better than the ones that were in the video. But that is a really good one. I'm happy with it. I'm going to be wearing it this summer. Tom Ford White Suede. Great job, Ross. Well, thank you, Dwight. I appreciate that. I don't know what I did a great job on, but I appreciate you telling me I did a great job. Frank Beauclair Sugar. Never tried that. Oof. I don't know. I've heard Vibrato basically smells like Bulgari Tigar, so it's kind of a clone in itself. I don't know. I haven't tried it. I've heard that's what it's very similar to, though. Coco Loco is pretty impressive. It's like La de Nuit de Fruits. Never tried the one you're talking about, but I'll tell you what. I sure enjoy the hell out of it. A lot of people seem to be enjoying it. My bad for mistaking your Spartan helmet from Magneto's helmet. Yeah, I know you mean Magneto, but I remember the comment. I just glanced at it and was like, Magneto. Nice. Yeah, no, it's a Spartan helmet that's on my arm. But at that angle, I could see why you would have thought that. The picture that you commented on. Just picked up Aqua de Joe Parfum from Macy's, collection complete. I'm happy with the release. I am. Even having a bottle of Profumo, I'm happy with it. It's fresher than Profumo. Definitely Profumo, reformulated Profumo, but I understand why it was done. It makes sense for uniformity because it was the Parfum version already. They reformulated it, made it a little bit fresher, a little bit greener. I'm a big fan. Beast Mode Summer Fragrance Bahara King. That thing's a monster. Never tried it. Even Mystique arrived today, and I really like it. Well, that's good to hear, Cantrell. I'm glad you're enjoying it, man. Since it just came in today, definitely give me an update after you wear it a few times because it's got a lot of nuance to it, and I'm just curious on what some of the wearing experiences are going to be like for you. And look, if you have a bad experience at any point, tell me. I can take the criticism, but I'm glad to hear your first impressions. You're enjoying it, though, my man. I definitely want to know more. My other 2 boxes of Coco Loco came today. I want to bust the wrap open to see what caps I got, but I'm going to hold off for a local day. There you go. Who has the best deals for Father's Day? I haven't really been looking. All the sites are going to be running some, I'm sure. All of the sites, including the brands, all the brands, a lot of designer brands especially, are going to be running specials. I know Sphinx is running 25% off for Father's Day. That's one that I saw. As far as the stores, you just have to go to them. They'll be advertising for Fragrance Buy, Fragrance Net, Fragrance X, all you name them. The Joma Shop, they're all going to have something. I haven't really looked though. Good to see you. Wearing a L'Oreal Sport. You can't go wrong there. Got in Gentleman's Society on a swap today. Love it. 1 million elixir coming tomorrow. Ooh, that's some good ones right there. You're killing it. You are absolutely killing it. Patrick signed up. Let's see what tier you went with. I got to look over here. Elite family members. Well, welcome to the family and membership. I'm glad to have you, Patrick. Thank you very much for your inclusion in the channel. I appreciate you being here. You've been a regular in the live chat. Found a bottle right at the back of my cupboard. So my summer cologne, Aqua de Joe Essenza. Oof, that's a beast. That's a beast. I'm still contemplating on getting a bottle. My decant's just always right here. I sniff it all the time. Kevin, good to see you. And telling me I got to pay for them to deliver it to me. Duties. Yeah, they're going to make you pay some fees for duties. That's exactly what the hell that is. That's the reason I don't ship anything internationally. That bullshit right there. I'm sorry you're dealing with that, Boz. I'm sorry. It's not Argos. It's FedEx doing that. It's not Argos. That's crazy, man. I hope it gets sorted out for you, dude. Waiting on it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I hate to tell you no, but it's like literally I'm planning on doing that video for next week. I'm putting it to a vote with the members, but I'm sure it's going to get but I'm sure it's going to get pulled through. I'm literally going to do 5 because if I do 10, that would be almost all of my fresh men, Sarah. So I figure if I do 5, then I got to really narrow it down to what's the best of the best that I have. And that's going to be tough. Narrowing it down to just 5, because I can think of 7 or 8 immediately that are just worthy opponents, but I'm not going to list them here and now, but 5 is going to be a challenge because they got a lot of good ones, but I'll give you 1 so far. This is 100% going to be in there. I love French Riviera. This is 100% going to be one of the 5. Mont Blanc Explorer Platinum. I like it. I think it was a great release for them. I do, and I know you're one of the fans of Ultra Blue, Rick. I know you like that one quite a bit. It's a woody aromatic lover's dream because it's that simplistic. There's nothing complex about it. It's not, some new DNA or anything. It's very familiar, but it just smells really good. It performs really good. It's just really good. My thoughts, of course, but I would assume if you're wearing it, you're enjoying it. Light Blue Italian Love. Great fragrance for summer. Great show. Thank you so much, Eddie. Happy Father's Day, Ross, man. I got my Coco Loco scent of the day in the green cap. Smells the best. Well, I mean, the cap color is irrelevant. It doesn't affect how it smells. Like my purple cap bottle smells exactly like yours, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, I'm wearing my bottle. I'm spraying the purple cap one. Ooh, I got to think about that one. Oh, he meant La Nuit de l'Homme, but fruity. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I can see where, because of the cardamom, I can see where you're coming from. It's not as powdery, though, because I don't really get much powder from Coco Loco, but I totally get the comparison. I see where you're coming from. So this one's tough. I got to think about this for a second, because I've picked up a few really good ones. And I've picked up some, mediocre ones. And I've had a few trash ones. Hence the reason we went back to doing trash or treasure. Look, a lot of them are right here. One that comes to mind immediately that I really liked was Antonio Banderas' Radiant Seduction in Black. That one's really good. I was happy with that one. What's another one? That's the only one that really comes to mind right away, because I'd have to look around, because I picked up a lot. So it's not that easy to answer. I thought I paid for shipping already. It's not the same, though. Duties and fees are not the same as paying for shipping. Coco Loco, excellent choice. Good rainy day. Still haven't chosen my sin of the day, but I just got my Sphinx Discovery set. What would you suggest for a rainy day in a place tropical like the Philippines? I would say something like Tabac Citron Vanille, because it has that citrus at the top. I would think something like that on a rainy day. As long as it's not too hot outside. That, or maybe Signature. Signature Wood of Gods is really good. It's woodsy and green. That's probably that one. If you have a decant of Wood of Gods, that's my vote. I would say Wood of Gods for sure. Sin of the day, Chrome Extreme. Good to see you, Bang. Hope you're doing well. Dilly, I am doing well. I hope you're doing well also. So obviously I had no topic. That's why it's titled as Thursday Fragrance Chat. Just chatting, just to chat, just hanging out, 47 likes, 123 viewers. We're better than this, guys. We're better than this. Hit that thumbs up real quick for me if you don't mind. Bod, really ripped abs. Today's gym scent. Boy, that reminds me of junior high. That's the last time I wore that. That definitely reminds, because that's around the time that it came out, was when I was in junior high. You see a link between people's perception of performance and the amount of juice in individual atomizer sprays. I've noticed that I go through Chanel and Armani fragrances faster than others. It depends on the scent. It's not necessarily how much comes out when you atomize it. Some distribute more than others, but at the same time, like you'll hear somebody with like Creed Silver Mountain Water. They have incredible atomizers that are like, just put a ton of juice on you, but it's like a 3 or 4 hour fragrance is what most people are going to tell you. Newer batches of Silver Mountain Water. So, and then like Sean John 3AM, that's like a 5 hour fragrance and it's a fire hose. That's a nicer atomizer than the Dior atomizers. So I wouldn't put too much stock into how much juice comes out, attributing to performance. I wouldn't really look at it that way. Even use the same amount of sprays through the day. Also, there are typical fragrances that perform most in my experience. I mean, I weighed in my thoughts. I mean, if it feels like it's doing something different for you, I mean, hey, maybe it's working that way for you. You revisited Dunhill Pure Aqua de Jo clone, but creamier. No, I haven't worn Nordic Fougere since I got it, and that one's beautiful. I just haven't got around to it yet. I have so many. I've decided. I mean, there's a few more I want to buy before the month's out, but I think I'm going to take a break. I think I'm pretty much at the point where I'm shutting it down. I have so much that I want to review and test at this point that I think it's about time for me to shut it down until a very interesting release comes out. Darley again, the Boss of Ross, 90M Dive. Top 3 monster flavors. Come on now. Another one wearing Zaharoff Coco Loco. Me too. Me too. Hope you're enjoying it. Recommend you trying the Woods Collection Natural Dust, the best PDM Leighton clone I've ever tried. Noted. Never heard of them. Ever tried Ital Libidron? No, I've heard that's a very popular one for them, though. I see a lot of posts on Instagram. So minty fresh. Surprised that many people don't mention. I've seen a lot of posts about it, actually. I think that's one of their most popular fragrances. Pulling trigger on international bars, especially expensive ones. My condolences, Boz. Yeah. Well, I'm willing to pay just as long as I get my package ASAP, because I've been waiting for 2 weeks already. That's crazy. Carter, good to see you. Chrome Limited Edition 2015. Great time at TJ Maxx. So let's see. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. I got the red cap. It's a bright red, too. It's very vibrant. Very bright, fruity colors. Green caps for life. There you go. Joe Profondo, Boss Bottle Pacific. That's some good stuff right there. Red Cap Gang. There you go. Bond number 9, Feedy. Hey, Ross, need your opinion. Which should I get, or are they redundant between Nishane, Hachivat, and Lamar, since both have pineapple, but they are not the same fragrance? They are not, because Lamar is more of a floral fragrance. It prominently features marigold and rose, whereas Hachivat is more of an oak moss bomb. It's going to be dominated. The majority of the life of the scent is by this earthy green, spicy, slightly smoky oak moss. The fruits and citrus doesn't stay for a long, long time. It's just in the opening. They're actually very different fragrances. That's a tough one, though. They're both really, really good. I think for a more complex enthusiast type of experience, I would say Lamar is the better of the two. They're both great dressy occasion fragrances. They both dress up really well. But Lamar is more of an enthusiast fragrance. It's got a lot more going on versus Hachivat, for as phenomenal as it is, it's pretty much two-stage. It's citruses and then oak moss. It literally goes from fruity with a little earthy green to all earthy green. It's really good, but if I had to pick between the two, I would say Lamar. I don't think there's much redundancy, if any, there, because one note doesn't make a fragrance smell the same. So don't think because they both have pineapple that they're even close to each other, because they're really not. Le Beau Le Parfum, building new shelves to accommodate my collection. Who knew that collecting fragrances would lead to learning carpentry? There you go. Freaking vibrato, sprayed up banger. My wife's obsessed with that stuff. Noted. I'd like to try it eventually. No, not yet. Speaking of one I'd like to try eventually, I would like to try that one. Ms. King never really had any problems. What discount site you recommend for fast shipping? None of them. When it comes to shipping time, none of them. You just got to be patient with all of them. Some, they take a week just to ship. Most of them, actually. Joma Shop and Fragrance Net are notoriously slow. Fragrance Buy is decent, but I mean, it's not like you're going to have it in 2 or 3 days, 5 or 6 days. But I wouldn't buy anything based off of shipping times. I definitely wouldn't go into it. If you're in a hurry, just spray one of your other fragrances. Don't get in a rush with these fragrance discount sites, because you'll be disappointed if you're in a rush. Still waiting on Coco Loco, starting to lose faith in UPS. Hey, they did that to me this past weekend. Waiting a month and a half for a package from Russia. Sent a refund. The bottle arrived unexpectedly. No one said return the bottle, so, well, there you go. That's a come up. My Coco Loco's coming tomorrow, hoping for a red or green cap. We can call it the shipping grievances chat. There you go. So speaking of, there's something I wanted to share with you guys. So a rep for the PR company that deals with Victor and Rolf reached out to me yesterday. We've been talking back and forth since yesterday, and they want to use my review video for Infrared Eau de Parfum and my TikTok first impressions unboxing for advertising. I'm all for it, absolutely. So the main reason I want to bring this up is I know full well they've watched my entire review. And at the end, I talked directly to them about how I need Spice Bomb Blue. So I want to make this statement here and now, that if the next damn flanker we get is Spice Bomb Blue, I'm taking all the credit for that shit. I just want to say it here and now. Super excited that they want to use my videos for advertising. Very flattering that they enjoyed the video. But I do want to say that if we get Spice Bomb Blue, I'm taking all the credit. I'm taking all the credit. Nobody could convince me it's not my doing. If we get that, I will be so proud and so happy if we do. Fingers crossed that we can get Spice Bomb Blue out of this, if nothing else. I'm very, very excited for that. We'll see, though. Who knows? It's a hope and a dream, but I know they've seen it. I know they've seen it, and they're going to be using it for advertising. Fingers crossed here. Did you watch Starfield full presentation from Bethesda? I did not. Shipping grievances. Yeah, right. I have Cologne for about 3 years now, and I love it. I'm a fan of that one. That's still my favorite Parfums de Marly fragrance. All right, let's see. I'm back. I'm working at the same time. Well, we appreciate you being here, Joel. Let's see. L'Oreal Sport. That's a great, great fragrance. Done a video about how different atomizers work. No, I have not. I have not. I've been doing since I'm not doing nothing on my arms today, I just have 4 around the neck, but typically like 6 or 7. I think last time I wore it, I did 6 or 8. I might have did 8. I did 6 or 8. I don't remember if I doubled up on the forearms because I like to spray the top of my forearms, but I know I did. Been doing 4 around the neck every time. Or it could have been 7. I might have did 5 around the neck and 1 on each arm. I think that's what I did. I think I did 7 sprays last time, and I've got 4 sprays on today. Mercedes-Benz Cologne. That's one of my faves right there. Can't believe how good Afnan Rare Carbon is. I have both ombre leather and Aqua de Parma leather, which I love, but Afnan Rare Carbon is a great value. I agree. It is a great value. That's the whole reason I haven't bought ombre leather and ombre leather parfum. I went through decants of both, but when I got Rare Carbon, it's like, okay, no rush now because this suffices. Good to see my man Coach Blue is your center today. Chrome Extreme or EDP, if you had to pick one, definitely still the Extreme. I really have grown to really like the EDP. I very much like the EDP a lot, but I would stick Chrome Extreme, still my favorite version of Chrome. Good to see you, Dan. How good is it? Very intrigued. So it's very, very good. I actually put it on the rotation table since I used it this morning in that shorts video. The opening's one of the best. Now look, comparing it to the real deal, it can't hold a candle in quality to the real deal. So if I get this to focus, this is my sample of Tigar that Joe sent me. There we go. So this is a sample of Tigar. I've only sprayed it once. I'm hoarding it for dear life till I get a bottle, which is ridiculously expensive, but I am going to get a bottle this year. I'm getting a bottle of Tigar. The clones are not near as good as the original, but Tarathi Blue, if you look at it as an individual fragrance, not just as a clone of this, it's such a juicy, zesty grapefruit because of all the spices. It's as simplistic as juicy grapefruit, spice, and woods. It's as simple as that sounds. It's a simple fragrance, but performance is pretty good. It's really bang for your buck because it's 30 some odd dollars you can get it for. Really bang for your buck. It's hard not to like it. It's really hard not to like it. I know there's people that don't, but the majority do. It's a good pickup. I think so anyways. Can't find Hawass anywhere. This is best performing. It is one of. Price went up a little bit. It's in the $51 range, I think, or 50 some odd dollar range on Amazon. Fragrance buys out of stock because it's featured in tomorrow's video. I was checking through the links to link it in the description like I always do with my fragrance videos, but it's not. I can't find it for $40 range right now. I'm sure it's somewhere, but I haven't seen it in my usual spots. Durham Sport 21. Good to see you, Randy. How close is the blue cap, business over pleasure cap? Oh, you mean the blue cap for this? Not even close. The business over pleasure cap is a bright royal matte finish, whereas the Coco Loco cap is a vibrant semi-gloss sky blue, baby blue color. Yeah, they're not the same. They're not the same shade of blue. Honestly, my heart sinks when I see FedEx as the shipper. Same. They're my least favorite. They are my least favorite as well. Paco Rabanne Pour Homme, what's your thoughts? Oh, man, it's been so long since I've smelled that mic. I should probably revisit that and get a bottle. It's been a long time since I've smelled it. I've never owned a bottle, but my uncle used to have a bottle. It's been a long time since I've smelled it. That's one that's worth revisiting. They're not like it's expensive to get a bottle or anything. Let's get a small bottle, maybe like 50 ml or something. Might do that. Because like I said, there's a few more fragrances I want to get before the month's out, and I think I'll throw that in there. Carolina Blue Cap. Yeah, there you go. Not that strict lately. Like I was hungry as fuck yesterday. I ate like 3,000 calories yesterday. And it wasn't cheat day. I just kept I ate a bunch of protein bars because like at least if I'm gonna get this carb craving settled, I'm at least get some protein out of it every way. So that was my remedy, was eating protein bars most of the day. Had some Ultimate Butter Orville Redenbacher popcorn last night. It's a little too salty. That's the only complaint I have about Orville Redenbacher. They're the most buttery, but they're also the most salty. over like Act 2. What else? Had a bunch of chicken. Like I had a shitload of protein yesterday, but I had way more carbs than normal. So I ended up eating like close to like 2,900 calories, which is a couple hundred over maintenance. So I'm trying to force myself back down to below maintenance. But the last like 2 of the last 4 days, I ate like in the realm of maintenance. Because I don't know, my body just wanted the calories, I guess. And it was hard to overcome mentally and make myself, you essentially starving yourself when you have a craving and you want to eat and you're like, no, I'm not going to do it. I mean, not really starving yourself, but it's like going against what your body's telling you it wants. So I don't know. It's one of those deals where I need to get much more strict. Like I feel bloated today from eating over maintenance. Even though I'm really not comparatively, I feel bloated today. So I don't know. I need to force myself to get back down, because I would say like I've had more calories 4 of the last 9 days than I should have, if I'm going to be strict. Like I've been falling off the wagon a little more, not with shit food, just more calories. It's not necessarily a bad thing, because it's not like I fall off the wagon all the time, but yeah, I haven't been as strict as I was. So it's hard to really wrench back down on it. Thanks for asking. So the opening, yeah, there's a lot of similarity, but as it dries, that's way more of a sheeper than Aventus is. It's all about the oak moss. Max Aroma Perfume Mania has a sale going on. Perfect time for me to grab some freshies. More of a real Taylor, though. Yeah, for sure. Okay, having some Hello Top Cookie Dough ice cream. Oh, well, there you go. There's somebody not on a diet. Oud for Glory. Excellent choice. 6-hour, 3 12-hour night shift. Okay. Bimba's pretty solid shipping packages fast. They have 15% off sell testers. Yeah, for sure. They do. See Spice Bomb TLTG reviews for Spice. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to get that kind of credit for it. Boy, that would be amazing, though. That'd be amazing to be involved in that. But this is more of a pipe dream. But it's me saying here and now that it's been acknowledged by them watching the video and wanting to use it for advertising. So I'm just saying, if it comes, if we get Spice Bomb Blue, that's my doing. That's my influence. I'm just saying, and watch, it's not going to happen. But I sure hope it does. Sure hope it does. I want Spice Bomb Blue. That's what I want. Just like I want Blue de Chanel Elixir, I want Spice Bomb Blue. We'll see. Fingers crossed. All genres bops. I get 3.5-day weekends. That's funny. We're not friends. Don't wish him ill will. Wish him success. But we're not friends. No. As you do your thing, I do my thing type of situation. No serious heat or anything like that. What's with all the military names? LOL. I guess with the fragrance called Spice Bomb. Yeah, there you go. Wonder why they discontinued Spice Bomb Fresh. Man, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because it was really good. 40 hours straight overnight. Let's see. Revolution success. Victor and Rolf. We already witnessed that Spice Bomb Blue was your idea. I appreciate that, Will. Thank you, man. Fresh was pretty much a light Spice Bomb EDT. Yeah, it had some grapefruit, some sea salt, stuff like that. It was really good. It wasn't really all that light comparatively. Like performance is just a little bit less. Like I still get like 7 or 8 hours out of that. I have the 20 ml travel size, and I kind of hoard it. I have like 15 ml, maybe a little less, maybe like 12 or 13 ml left in it. And I procrastinated getting a bottle to the point to where they're crazy expensive now. So kind of hoarding what I have. Best designer and niche fragrance pickup this year. Best designer is really tough. Niche, I'm going to exclude Zaharoff because obviously Coco Loco is amazing. But I mean, I'm going to say, ooh, shit, that's tough. For best designer pickup, I'm going to say Terre d'Hermès Eau Givrée, believe it or not, because I just love that. It's just so good. And then with niche, just because I've been enjoying it so much, I'm going to go with French Riviera. Now, if I was to sit here and spend more time thinking about it, the answers probably would change, because now that I'm looking at this, like Strong With You Amber, I was a huge fan of that. so glad I have that. Like it could be a lot of different things. It's hard to really narrow it down to one and one. But those come to mind immediately when I think about the question. Feel bad reading these shipping issues in the U.S. We have really good Notino in Slovakia, a ton of stuff. Shipping 1 to 2 days. Wow, that's impressive. What's going on, Mikey? Good to see you. Wearing Kate for Sun, Pineapple and Woods Bomb. Almost Signature. Picked up a 30 ml for $20. That's super cheap. That's some good stuff, too. That's some really good stuff. Cool Water EDT, Sin of the Night, Set Sail, St. Bart's. That's good stuff. Notino's top notch here in Europe. Best shipping experience, I got to say once again, has been with Panadora. I know you're a fan, Maz. I know you're definitely a fan. Darren, good to see you. You tried Alhambra Amber and Leather? I haven't. I've heard it is a pretty good clone, though. Let's see. 79 out of 120. 95 now, but I mean, I'm also behind in the comments. Which is weird, right? It's weird that they do that. They're awesome. So thank you. Well, Ron, I appreciate you, man. Welcome to the chat. Good to have you. And I'm glad some of the recommendations have worked out for you, man. What annoys you most, Ross? The batch code thing or the performance sucks gang? Well, let me show you something. Pull something up for you real quick. So I'm going to show you the thumbnail for tomorrow's video. And I'm going to tell you the title. So let's do a screen share. And this will answer your question. So this is the thumbnail to tomorrow's video. Stop lying, bro. So bring this over here. Pull that up. So the title is, these 7 fragrances only get 30 minutes of longevity or less, allegedly. So it was a working title and I settled on that. So this is 7 fragrances, obviously Hawas and Elysium apart from colognes in there, that I have been told many times. These are ones that I've been told over and over, that I've heard the 15-minute bullshit, the 20-minute bullshit, the 5-minute bullshit, the 30-minute bullshit. They had to fit the 30 minutes or less criteria, but I've also heard 2 hours, 3 hours. Mine's weak. I'm not. My girl doesn't smell it. It's not anosmia. I got 7 in here. So the performance thing, I would have to say, is that's more annoying than the batch code thing. So there you go. I've been told several times that I'm lying. So the idea popped in my head to do the video, so I did the damn video. So that video is coming out tomorrow. Yeah. So that should answer it for you. Let's see. All right. Black Annabis smell light in a few words. Juicy grapefruit, dry woods, soft leather. There you go. In just a few words. Perfume box has Hawas for $48. There you go. Darren J coming through in the clutch. Cliffy, good to see you. Yeah, I suggest Imperial Wood because it's a bit more gourmand-like. Still have the BOP bottle and box. Happy to have Evening Mystique. I appreciate you, Jonathan. Thank you, man. Ooh, so my favorite, I have to go with my favorite fragrance from them in general is Colonia Pura. I know it's Pura instead of Pura. That's amazing. Beautiful, authentic citrus, soft white florals, soft woods, and a light green feel. Big fan. Clean, musky tone that doesn't overtake it. Big fan of that one. Average performance range, 5-6 hours type of thing. Big fan. It is my favorite fragrance from them, let alone for summer. Colonia Pura. Trying out Virtus Chaos. I haven't tried that one. 3,000 calories. Is that in the depth? No, that's a slight surplus. That was like a 300 calorie surplus. I'm a sucker for gourmand fragrances. You might have just pushed me over the edge. Got Rare Carbon based on your recommendation, and it's amazing. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. It really holds you over with ombre leather. You know. Late to the show. How you doing, Ross? Hope your week is going good. Nick, I can't complain. Thank you for asking. Glad to have you. Noel, good to see you. Wearing Artisan Pure. So good. Love the wearing experience. And worse, the fact that I'm getting a lot of fake FedEx emails. So who knows? I get those all the time too. Sean, good to see you. Oud Lemon Mint ordered horchata de vanille for under 70 on the Father's Day sale. He took advantage of the 25% off. There you go. Feel like I'm stealing it from Mo. It's crazy how affordable he priced that when it was $90 retail before any discounts. It's a good move. That's such a good fragrance. Oh, that one wowed me. It's such a good fragrance. What do you think about carb cycling? So I'm a fan of carb cycling. That's what I do most of the time. That's why it's really not that terrible that I wanted all these carbs yesterday, because I deprive myself of them, I would say, at least half the week. So that's why I do a cheat day every 4, sometimes 5 days, when it's really just higher carbs that day. Because I stay under 100 grams of carbs most days. I don't just cut the carbs out, because I just can't do it. It's hell. I fall off the wagon way too fast if I just try to just eat greens and vegetables and stuff like that, and no rice, no beans, stuff like that. I can't. Like literally today for Chipotle, instead of doing bed of lettuce, I did brown rice and pinto beans. So I'm already starting my day at 710 calories when I broke my fast, because I do intermittent fasting too. I break my fast with my post-workout meal, which is usually somewhere between 2 and 3 o'clock every day. And I stop eating around midnight because I don't go to bed till 2. So for about 14, 15 hours is my fast. And then I break my fast in the afternoon after I work out, because I just have some pre-workout. There's no calories in my pre-workout. Let's see. Skip ahead a little bit. Acknowledge me. Yeah, right. But I hope we get Spice Bomb Blue. That'd be great. All whack everything. Still looking yoked. I appreciate that. Thank you, Kendall. You do you. Yeah, for sure. Baccarat Rouge 540 X straight. I'm a fan of that one. That's my preferred version of Baccarat Rouge 540. I think it's the better of the two, personally. They're both great, but if I had to pick one, I'd pick the X straight. Not too bad for summer. It definitely is. Very beautiful, juicy citrus. Fast shipping. BR540. I smell the most in the gym. I smell it the most in the gym, too. I haven't been smelling Eros lately, but I always smell vanilla. Specifically vanilla all the time. Cloying, powdery vanilla. It's like not every time I pass a woman in the gym, but I would say 30% of the time. Like they're wearing some strong, cheaper smelling vanillas at Vasa Fitness. the locations I go to, because I go back and forth between 2 locations. Today I was at the location that was further down the road, because I like doing chest over there. Sure do. Looked on the site and didn't see it. So check their Instagram page. They're advertising it in their stories. I would definitely check the Instagram page. That's where I saw it. Never experienced that before. Thinking out loud, all the second edition Zed creators would fit right into the God of War series. Interesting take. Yeah, for sure. It's really kind of like Creed Aventus. It's a status fragrance. And you can usually tell when it's the real deal. If you've smelled it enough and you've smelled enough fragrances that smell like it, usually you can get a hit of the sillage and have a good idea of when it's actually Creed Aventus and when it's actually Baccarat Rouge. Might get fooled once in a while, but I would say more times than not, when you've been around the scent profile enough and the variety of versions that they have, as far as clones and inspired fragrances, you can usually pick the real ones out in the air most of the time. Good to see you, Kyler. I'm assuming you meant redundant. Not completely. Hawas and Aqua 2018 don't smell alike. 2018 is so much fresher and powdery, whereas Hawas is sweeter and spicier. So some redundancy, little bit, but not as much as you would think. Almost 111 now, but I mean, I'm also behind. So I got to skip down a little bit. Hosing down at 3 a.m. before work. There you go. It's because it is a hose. I don't know which has more clones, honestly. Bergamot calves. There you go. Similar to Orto Paris Megamare. Okay. 4 to 5. My standard's 5 to 7 sprays. If I do less than 5, it's because something's really strong, or I'm wearing long sleeves and don't want to spray my clothing. So I'll do 4 or 5 around the neck, depending. That In the cold, probably just 4 sprays because I'm going to do 2. Side and then angled, and then side and angled. And when I say side, I don't mean direct side. I mean like behind the ear somewhere and then a little bit further in the back. So kind of where the pulse points fall, not directly behind the ear, a little bit lower, and then on the neckline by the brainstem where a lot of heat is. It is not. It is not. I haven't heard anybody say 30 minutes or less with that. They're just trolling if they say that shit. Call Julie. Caught your live stream as I was leaving Walmart. Okay. What discontinued fragrance would you bring back from the dead if you could? Choose just one. Dior Homme. Oh, that's an easy answer. They're lying or they got a fake. Yeah, exactly. Coco Loco or Cocoa with an A, as in chocolate. But I know what you meant, Tyler. I know what you meant. There's going to be people saying Red Tobacco Intense is a 30-minute fragrance. Just wait and see. You called it. I believe it. I totally believe it. I totally believe it. I've had at least one time somebody tell me it was a weak performer. They don't understand what people are talking about. I think they just went nose blind, quick, fast, and in a hurry, because there's no way you can spray Red Tobacco and not tell me that's a strong fragrance. Come on. Whereas I don't know how much more intense Red Tobacco could be, but we're going to find out. We're definitely going to find out. The Dior Intense available at Fragbuy if anyone's looking. Yo, from hot and humid H-Town. Good to see you, Anthony. So we'll hang out for another 13 minutes. We'll do a full hour and shut it down. If you enjoy the scent, bathe in it and forget about the longevity. I'm with you, Ross. As long as you enjoy the scent, that's all that really matters. Best smelling postal workers checking in wearing ATH Haze Black. Good to see you, man. I think that when anyone says 8 hours, they will feel the fragrances popping. No, yeah. Longevity, sillage, and projection are 3 different subcategories of performance. That's why I talk about them in my individual reviews, because they're all different parts of a fragrance's performance. Because the longevity, that's how long it is before it's just faint and faded and doesn't count to that point, to whatever it is. Projection is how long it's literally like really pushing off the skin. It's the strongest point. And the sillage is what it kind of settles into, is what it stays at for the majority of the life, where this is the type of bubble you have. This is the type of trail. This is how easy it is to smell it on yourself. This is how easy it's going to be for people to smell you when you walk by, and so on. So the sillage, the projection, longevity, all 3 different subcategories. As you know, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Just for anybody listening that didn't know, that's why I break it down that way. Tobacco and tonka bean, I haven't worn it in a long time. Never even heard of them. You see, no joke, I'm wearing that right now. Caught the live stream as I was leaving Walmart. Look over, lo and behold, there's a Marshall's right there. So now I'm bargain fragrance shopping, hoping to find something discontinued. Man, best of luck to you. It's always fun to hit the rack stores. Other than Club de Nuit Intense Man Limited Edition, what other versions have the best performance? But it isn't projecting that well. I mean, if you want projection, the Eau de Toilette's the way to go. The original. That's the loudest one. For sure. Pure Parfum does sit closer. There's higher oil. Lasts a long time. I would say the limited edition and the Pure Parfum are the two I like the most. But the EDT, it's the cheapest smelling one. But boy, it's the strongest one as far as if you want attention. It's loud. I would go with the EDT. Black Walnut Legend, grab that. There you go. Citrine, so good, and I get decent longevity out of it. So all you haters, suck it. That's what I'm talking about, Mike. Tell them. That's in tomorrow's video. Rasasi Hawas. Good stuff. I smell Sauvage the most in the gym. I really don't smell Sauvage in the gym. I don't think I've smelled it one time in the gym since I've been here. No, I take that back. One time when I used to go to the Anytime Fitness that's near my apartment complex before I switched to Vasa. So a couple of years ago. And we had a conversation. He was telling me that's his favorite fragrance was Dior Sauvage. I'm picturing the guy. So yeah, one time, but it's been 2 years since that happened. So Prada Pour Homme, Prada L'Homme, same vibe. Prada Amber Pour Homme and Prada L'Homme, not really. Prada Amber Pour Homme is more of a warm and slightly smoky bar of soap, whereas Prada L'Homme is powdery, Very still soapy, but very powdery and spicy, more so than anything else. That's a reminder. I need to wrap it up in a little bit. Dedrick's going to be going live soon. Okay. Deal with that in a little bit. So for those of you that didn't know, Dedrick's doing his favorite blue fragrances here in just a little bit. Yeah, he tagged me. I shared it. It's because I brought it up. It's because I was talking about it in the live stream, but I also made it a point to talk directly to Victor and Rolf in the wrap-up of my Spice Bomb Infrared EDP review video. So because I've been talking about it. That wasn't the only piece of content. I talk about it in live streams all the time because that's what I want. I want Spice Bomb Blue. So he made it for me. And he named it Deep Blue. And he said it was actually really easy to do. He just changed the color palette hue. He just adjusted it on the hue from the infrared bottle. And then he did the little edit to where it said Deep Blue. It was hilarious. On the bet that vanilla is from Lotion. Got my blue electric from News Parfums a couple days ago. Thanks for the plug. Early ideas for what direction you want 3.0 to go. So 3.0 is not happening. There's no talks of that happening. I can honestly say. No plan to do that. Thoughts on KEDP? I appreciate the $4.99 super chat. KEDP, I think, is underappreciated for what it is, which I think the same thing about the Eau de Toilette, honestly. But the EDP is better. It's a little richer. The geranium has more of an earthy tone. It's a little chemically synthetic and screechy at the top, but the juniper kind of dominates here. It adds more than just the gin aromatic. It's a little bit more fruity because of the raised oil concentration, but performance is really good. That's another one that'll give you about 8 hours on skin with roughly 2 hours of good projection. At least that's what it does for me. I can't guarantee it'll do that for you, but that's a solid fragrance. It's a very good fragrance, I would say. If you can find a tester bottle, because the tester comes with a cap. I have a tester bottle. For around $50 for 100 ml, totally worth getting. That's what I paid. Totally worth getting. Tom Ford Metallique. 7 sprays of Coco Loco today. You're smelling good, sir. KEDP is my favorite out the shower scent. It does have a bit of a shower gel feel. I'll never forget when my buddy Fernando ruined it for me and said the opening smells like Tresemme hairspray. I apologize. I probably just ruined it for somebody, but you'll never not smell hairspray when you spray the opening of that fragrance again, just like the Vicks Vapor Rub thing with Layton. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just easy to relate to. So let me scroll down a little bit. I'm pretty far behind. There's random hair floating in the air. I was watching the replay of you live with EQ and George where the chap kept mentioning Kratos. There you go. What's up, everybody wearing Brioni EDP Intense? Here's a video idea. I'd love to see you do top 5 or 10 colognes in your collection that you'd show up to impress a fragrance connoisseur. That's interesting. Because connoisseur is like code for snob. So nothing. I wouldn't even want to talk to them, honestly. That's kind of how I view it anyways. It's not exactly the trade-off, but it's kind of how I view it. If you call yourself a connoisseur, there's some snobbery going on in there. So I call myself an enthusiast because I am in no way, shape, or form an aficionado or an expert in any way. I just have a certain level of experience and a love and passion for it. That's why I call myself an enthusiast. I am an enthusiast. Nordstrom Rack has EDT. Yeah, I've been seeing them a bunch. The last 2 times I went, they had like 6 or 7 bottles. I don't know which formulation it is either. I didn't think to look at the batch code. No, I don't do that. Victor and Rolf emailed you. No, that is not what happened. The PR company that they work with reached out to me to ask permission to use my videos to advertise. That's what happened. And I'm saying that I know they've seen the videos, so I talked directly to them in the wrap up about how I want Spice Bomb Blue. I need Spice Bomb Blue and explain why. So my point was, if that comes to fruition, I'm taking all the credit that it's my doing. I'm trying to be funny, but there's an actual chance of that becoming reality. There's a chance. I'm not saying it's going to. There's been no talks of that whatsoever. I'm just saying based on the situation, it's a possibility now. It's an actual possibility. And if it comes to life, I'm taking the credit. That's what that is. Dents in the name, and it's weak. Do a video of your bottles with the biggest dents in them. Potentially. I have to dig. I don't want to dig because I got to pack soon. I'm dreading that. I'm so dreading packing. God, it's going to be a nightmare. So once again, Colonia Pura, I would say. I answered that like 10 minutes ago. I don't know if it's a repeat question from you or it was somebody else. I don't remember. I have not. Just got Coco Logo. Smells magnificent. Can't wait to give it a full wearing tomorrow. LaBelle Perfumes had Light Blue Summer Vibes for $65 right now. There you go, guys. The best from Dolce & Gabbana is KEDP. Hey, teach their own. Teach their own. Just got home. Better late than never. Haha. I'll rewatch later. Sin of the day is Eros EDP. Great choice. Great choice. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit. We're so far behind. Longevity matters to me. Sillage less and projection even less. If I love it, I'll wear it, but I don't want it. I do want it to last a bit. I will have a bottle of that at some point. I want that. Cosmic Pepper, for sure. Finally tried Officer Men. Surprised the hell out of me. Pretty damn decent. Also finally got around to smelling Spice Bomb the OG and had no clue what I was missing. Damn. Yes. Yes, that's the one to start with, in my opinion. Start with the original. That Spice Bomb is definitely one of those DNAs that it's best to start with the OG because all of them tie into it. They're all true flankers. They all tie back to that spicy DNA. So you can understand where they were going with each one better if you're familiar with the original. That's definitely a line I encourage. You start with the original. Okay, skipping. Not really. Dad 25 for the 25% off code for those who asked. There you go. Not really. I think it's so spicy that not really. It's very delicious, though. Have you tried Fabulous Yuzu? I have. It's basically lemon bars. It's a very delicious, like dessert-like lemon cake feel. More than I expected. If you want to hear a little bit more, check out my video. Check out my video. All right, scrolling down. We got to skip. What's going on, Montrese? Good to see you. Fragrance to impress a connoisseur. Oh, to fuck off. There you go. Not sure if it's been mentioned. Do you know of a frag reviewer, Big Beard? He posted a video saying, "Yes, I know of Buck. He's been on the channel. He's been around for many, many years. He's been around much longer than I have. I feel like you're trying to be funny. Have you heard? Do you know of a frag reviewer called Big Beard? Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you're into watching fragrance content, you probably know who Buck is. I would think. Signature Rosé. Not sure you've talked about it. Have you been able to try the new Issey Miyake Vetiver? No, a bunch of people have mentioned it to me in the chat, though, over the last several live streams. I need to check it out. So we are at the bottom. No, I would not. I would definitely not. Might happen for real if you speak it into existence, but would definitely love to get Blue Spice Bomb. I would love to get it. Got the impression maybe movers damaged him. Yeah, and so when he was on live stream, he talked about it because we had people asking in the chat for an update on it. So, man, I hope it gets sorted out. But that's been weeks and weeks and weeks. So I think it's pretty much gone and cut as a loss and probably an insurance claim at this point. That sucks. Yeah, it's old stuff. Favorite protein powders? I mean, I've got a variety. I've got Redcon 1 Ration, which is their whey concentrate blend. I've got Isotope, which is their whey isolate. And I've got Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard whey. I've got those three currently. When I'm just throwing scoops in a shaker bottle with some water, my Redcon ones. When I want to, blend it with some fruit, my Optimum Nutrition Vanilla. And it's only because I have chocolate peanut butter for the Isotope from Redcon 1. That doesn't mix well with fruit. And then I have straight up chocolate for Redcon 1 Ration. Again, that doesn't mix well with fruit. So my vanilla powder, I mix with it because I have a tri-blend of blackberry, raspberry, blueberries, some frozen fruit that I like to use for that. Yeah, right. I'm screaming. I'm with you on that. Amen. I hope so. So we're gonna shut it down here in just a second because we just got to an hour. Not sure what happened. Popped in my feed today. It was just recommending it to you. That's all. Not sure. Maybe next week. You never know. I haven't bought anything this week, so we'll see. Of course, I'm going to watch Forbidden Door. Absolutely. Dynamite was really good yesterday. So they have quite the card. I want to see Bryan Danielson and Kazuchika Okada. That's going to be a phenomenal match. Yeah, Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay is going to be great and all that stuff. The first one was a banger, but this is going to be even better. I don't know. I just have a feeling this is going to be an even better match. 10-4. How's your day, buddy? My sin of the day was Y.O. Fresh. Sin of the night, House to Wave 2. David, good to see you and excellent choices. CM Punk promo on Saturday is a must watch. Yes. Yes. Because there's things he can't say legally. Legally, he's restricted from saying certain things. So it's not going to be it's not going to be bad stuff about the Bucks and Kenny Omega, as most people would want. I'm sure there's going to be kind of a synopsis of it, but it's not going to be what people are expecting, because last night's promo video about it's to draw people in. And look, he's going to have stuff to say. A CM Punk promo is always good. It's always good, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as off the cuff as we're expecting it to be or hoping for it to be. Just getting home from work. We're in Frankfurt, Clone of Greenlee. Okay. And on that note, I think it's time to go ahead and shut it down. We did a little over an hour. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Seriously, it was nice to chat with you guys for a bit. I appreciate all the questions, the super chats, all that good stuff. Fingers crossed that we get Spice Bomb Blue next year. That'd be phenomenal. But I mean, we'll see. If not, no hard feelings. I still love Victor and Rolf's Spice Bomb line. I'm still going to blind buy whatever the hell they put out because I love the Spice Bomb line. So very humbled and flattered that they want to use some of my content for advertising. That was pretty cool. So you might see an ad for my Spice Bomb stuff, Spice Bomb infrared EDP stuff. You never know on different platforms. But hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one.